A man was sleeping at night in his room. Suddenly his room filled with light, and the Lord told the man he had work for him to do, and showed him a large stone in front of his room. The Lord explained that the man was to push against the stone with all his might. So this the man did day after day. For many years he toiled from sun up to sun down. His shoulders get squarely against the cold, massive surface of the unmoving stone, pushing with all of his might. Each night the man returned to his room sore and worn out, feeling that his whole body had been spent in vain. Since the man was showing discouragement, the Shaitan decided to enter the picture by placing thoughts into the weary mind. You have been pushing against the stone for a long time and it hasn't moved, thus giving the man the impression that the task was impossible and that he was a failure. These thoughts discouraged and disheartened the man. Shaitan said, "Why you are killing yourself over this? Just put in your time giving just the minimum effort and that will be good enough." That's what he planned to do, but decided to make it a matter of prayer and take his troubled thoughts to the Lord. "Lord," he said, "I have labored long and hard in your service, putting all my strength to do that which you have asked. Yet after all this time, I have not been able to move the stone even by half a millimeter. What is wrong? Why am I failing?" The Lord responded compassionately, "My servant, when I asked you to serve me and you accepted, I told you that your task was to push against the stone with all of your strength, which you have done. Never once did I mention to you that I expected you to move it. Your task was to push. And now you come to me with your strength spent, thinking that you have failed? But is that really so? Look at yourself. Your arms are now stronger and muscled. Your back is now stronger than before, and all this has resulted from the constant pressure. Your legs have become massive and hard. Through opposition you have grown much, and your abilities now surpass that which you used to have. Yet you haven't moved the rock, but your calling was to be obedient and to push and to exercise your faith and trust in my wisdom. This you have done. Now I, my servant, will move the stone." See, in life, sometimes when we hear a word from God, we tend to use our own intellect to decipher what He wants, when actually what God wants is just a simple obedience and faith in Him. By all means, exercise the faith that moves the mountains, but know that it is still God who moves mountains. That's for today. See you in the next story.